What's up? Good evening on this awesome Thursday evening. Thursday है ना? हाँ Thursday है. क्या चल रहा है? नहीं wait hold on Friday है. Yeah. I felt sick yesterday so today is Friday. What's happening guys? How's everyone doing? You should see me right about now. So yeah, eighth session of chemical bonding. Thank you for sticking around for so long. Usually people do it in like 15-20 sessions. We have done it in just practically 8 sessions. Maybe एक और session करेंगे. Just one more. Yeah, to wrap it up. Hydrogen bonding, etc. The main difference here is that I'm focusing on the things that they are going to definitely ask you in your NEET exam. Okay. Or if you're whatever competitive exam you want to give. Yeah, NEET के अलावा IIT देना चाहते हो, कुछ भी देना चाहते हो, or even JEE में. This is going to help you, right? So खैर आज हम लोग बात करने वाले हैं बॉन्ड ऑर्डर एंड बॉन्ड लेंथ के बारे में. व्हाट आर दीस टू थिंग्स? दे आर रिलेटेड टू एमओटी. एमओटी क्या है हमने लास्ट सेशन में किया था, देख लेना डिस्क्रिप्शन में सारे लिंक्स हैं. शैल वी गेट स्टार्टेड? Shall we get started? Today is Friday. Yes. Teerthraj, Loveleen, long time. Dr. Mahi, hey. Good evening. How's everyone doing? Shall we start the session already? There was just one question that I gave you, I think, right? There were a couple of questions. दो questions थे, right? What were they about? Let's look at them very quickly. दो थे कि एक थे? My memory is not at what it used to be. Khair, let's get started. Okay, एक ही सवाल था. So it should be question and not questions. Let me change that quickly on the fly right here. So what's happening right now? मतलब आप लोग को ये सवाल आपने देखा था? Have you not seen the question at all, or did you see it and you find it to be difficult? Let me know in the chat. One moment, let me get back the chat. Here's the chat. Good evening, Subhashri. Loveleen. Where did the pen go? All right, here you go. This was the response to the homework question that we got from Stuti. Anyway, let's look at this. Stuti says that option A is the right one. Okay, hold on. This guy has decided to stop working the pen. Just give me 1 second. Let me reboot this. Tech glitches, huh? When you least expect them. And we are stuck with this nice orange background. Oh, wow. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to just... Oh, this thing has... Yeah, PPT has hung. Windows things. I'm going to quickly close PowerPoint and open it one more time. Kahan gaya PowerPoint, bhai? Name. Microsoft PowerPoint. Delete. And please don't die. Yeah. Now we have the eternal levels of black stuff behind us. Wow, actually this is probably the first time this happened, right? A crash, an actual crash. I'm still here with you. The software has crashed. I'm still here very much. So tell me, in the meantime that we get this started up. Oh, well, it's already started. How are you feeling about the whole revision thing? Yeah, we told you that we'll give you like a whole 1 month plan and all of that. But how are you feeling about that? We're going to start in chemistry. I think I know physics already shuru ho gaya. For the chemistry, we're going to start. Nitika has already started. I'm going to start in December. The first week of December is when we'll start with stoichiometry, mole concept. We'll alternate between 11th and 12th ek chapter, etc. I'll share the whole plan with you in some time. Yeah, when we have it written down, everything. All right. Hey, Dr. Azhar. Yeah, we are back up. Technical glitches aside, everything is good. Let's look at the homework question. I'm great. How are you doing? During the change of O2 to O2 minus, there's just one minus here. Okay. एक single minus है यहाँ पे. Ion. The electron adds on to which one of the following orbitals? On to which one of the following orbitals? How do you do this kind of a question? You remember, मैंने बताया था कि जब 1s से, you've got 1s star, sigma, and then you've got sigma 2s and then sigma 2s star. Right? This is already 8 electrons. So what you're left with after this, क्या था order? Well, जब oxygen के बाद है, oxygen was sigma and then pi, and then pi and then sigma. Yeah, this was greater than 14 electron. If it was less than 14 electron, the order was pi sigma. यहाँ पे लगा दीजिए star. This is how I remember it. Okay. And obviously pi has two, right? Px and py, because we assume that z is the axis where the bond is being formed. ये सब याद आ रहा है कि नहीं याद आ रहा है? याद आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है? पूरी चीज रिवाइज कर रहा हूं मैं एक शॉट में, लिटरली. नीट के लिए बुक नहीं है, केमिस्ट्री मैथ के लिए बुक नहीं है. व्हाट आर यू सेइंग सुभश्री? एनसीईआरटी इज योर बुक. नमस्ते सुभश्री. या नीट के लिए मैथ इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है. किसने कहा? मैथ्स के बिना कैसे करोगे फिजिक्स और केमिस्ट्री? हाउ यू गोना सॉल्व दोस क्वेश्चंस ब्रो? एंड यू गोना हैव टू डू अ लॉट ऑफ स्टैटिस्टिक्स एज अ डॉक्टर. ओके, लाइक my friend did studies on iodine, thyroid and all that. He quite a bit of statistics involved. So if you're under this assumption that maths nahi hai na doctor mein, then bhai, you're going to be in for a nice shock. ठीक है. Khair. Anyway, so this is what 8 electrons get used up in. What about the other 8? Other 8 go here. 2 in ये क्या था? Sigma 2pz. Okay, 2 go here, and then you have less than pi 2py equal to pi 2px. So 2 and 2 ये हो गए 6 more, right? Now where we at 6 plus 8 14, और बाकी जो बचे थे काले नहीं, what is that? That was a different nursery rhyme. खैर नानी तेरी मोरनी को मोर ले गए. एनीवे, पाई स्टार पी वाई इक्वल टू पाई स्टार पी एक्स. तो इसमें है एक और एक इलेक्ट्रॉन. दिस इज 16. ओके, इफ यू एड ऑन द एक्स्ट्रा इलेक्ट्रॉन, एक और इलेक्ट्रॉन, इट्स गोइंग टू गो इनटू वन ऑफ दीज. इट्स गोइंग टू गो इनटू एंटी बॉन्डिंग मॉलिक्यूलर ऑर्बिटल. देखो पूरा रिवाइज कर दिया, वो पूरा जो भी था ना, ऑक्सीजन, नाइट्रोजन, एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा. सो पाई स्टार इज द आंसर, एज सिंपल एज दैट. या भाई कोई आंसर तो बताओ, टाइम पास क्यों हो रहे हो लोगों? क्या इतना सिंपल सवाल नहीं हो पाया आप लोगों से? क्या चल रहा है? केमिस्ट्री, फिजिक्स, ब्ला. ओके, ओ आज डिलीवरी हुई है, बट जेई का ही ज्यादा बुक्स हैं और फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री एंड मैथ्स का बुक का जेई. ओके शुभाश्री, आई फील यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट समथिंग अदर देन दिस क्लास राइट नाउ. I wish I could help you with that specific thing, but I'm not sure how to do that. So ping me on iTeach Chem if you want to chat or whatever, and I can, try and forward that to the relevant folks in management. Yeah, this is on Telegram and Discord. Ping me there, and we'll figure that out. For now, let's focus on this class. कहाँ गए सब लोग? बहुत लोग गुड मॉर्निंग गुड इवनिंग बोल रहे थे, हे देवांशी, डॉक्टर माही, बट सवाल कोई जवाब नहीं दे रहा है. क्या हुआ? इस सवाल में ही हवा निकल गई. आगे तो बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग सवाल आने वाले. खैर, एमओटी का पूरा पॉइंट क्या है? To be able to tell the bond order, okay, and this is what most of the questions are going to be on. So agar bond end order 0 hai, this is another interesting thing, right? That means the molecule doesn't exist. Okay, that's like a very cool thing. Okay, this was one of the nicer use of this. Bond length, agar bond order zyada hai to bond length kam hogi, and which means that the bond is going to be pretty strong. Stability, existence of molecule, yeah, this is the last one right here. Magnetic behavior. If you have unpaired electrons, I'm writing everything down on one slide, but we'll also go over this in detail. Agar unpaired electron hai, then yes. Agar unpaired electron nahi hai, then no. Unpaired electron kahan? In those sigma, pi, sigma star, pi star, etc. etc. ठीक है? All right. कृष्णा जायसवाल जी, हम तो यहां पे हैं आपके सामने, पढ़ लीजिए थोड़ा सा. Bond order. What is the bond order? It's the number of bonds between two atoms in a molecule, which is an interesting thing. But कभी-कभी आपको fractional number भी मिलेगा. Actually काफी बार मिलेगा fractional number. इसका क्या मतलब है? Is beyond our discussion right now. What is the meaning of a fractional bond order is something that we can't go into. Take it as a statement of fact that bond order can be 0, fractional, or an integer, right? A positive integer. A negative bond order makes no sense. Okay, so it's going to be positive, fractional, and yeah, sure, also could be 0. All right, ठीक है. So number of, if it's 0 मतलब doesn't exist, obviously, right? Doesn't exist. मैं बार-बार ये बोल रहा हूँ because there will be questions that will come up. Which of these is possible, which of these is not? Okay. So simply put, if you take a molecule like this, right? Chlorine. Chlorine में है एक single bond बनता है दो chlorine atoms के बीच में. This is a covalent bond. So its bond order should be 1, right? And that's what you can actually calculate with this whole MOT वाली idea, right? ऑक्सीजन में 2 bonds होते हैं and इसका bond order होगा 2. We'll look at how this is calculated. We'll look at it. Sure. Nitrogen, very interesting. इसका bond order है 3. मतलब कि with some sort of a calculation we will be able to arrive at these 1, 2, 3 numbers. That's what we're going to get at. Okay. Interestingly, look at this, and this is where things get interesting and crazy. O2 2 minus bond order is 1, and you actually get that with calculation. मतलब इसमें है एक single this thing, right? Isoelectronic molecules and ions have identical bond orders. What does this mean? Same number of electrons. Okay, same electrons. Electrons मतलब कि एक atom में, no, in the whole this molecule. Okay, I'm talking about diatomic molecules right now. So F2 has 9 plus 9, which is 18 electrons. Okay, O2 2 minus क्या है? 16 for O2 plus 2 electrons, that makes it 18, which is the same as this. Okay, so they are isoelectronic, so their bond order is going to be 1. This is another hack. Okay, so if you know for sure, this is a brilliant hack. This is a sweet hack. Fluorine 18 electrons है, O2 2 minus 18 electrons है. They will have a bond order of 1. You don't have to calculate because you know that fluorine के बीच में एक single bond होता है. Similarly, nitrogen has 14 electrons. Anything else that has 14 electrons will have a bond order of 3. Okay, that is a cool trick. It's not even a trick actually. As you do this question, you'll be like, हाँ ये तो obvious है. But keep that in mind. Okay. Similarly, देखो N2, CO and NO plus, all of them have bond order of 3. Why? Because they all have 14 electrons. यहाँ तो straight forward, right? 7 plus 7. Here it's what? It is 6 plus 8, right? इसमें क्या है? It is 7 plus 8 minus 1. Why minus 1? Because of this plus charge. This plus charge की वजह से minus 1. You have to go into the detail to analyze this. Okay. Chemical bonding में आप अगर surface level पे चीजें करेंगे, then life is going to get really hard. This is not a chapter where bugging can get you out of things. Okay. You need to know the logic and तब life बहुत आसान होगी, बहुत simple होगी. There is a short trick for it, Dr. Mahi. I know what you're going to tell me. You're going to say कि 14 plus or minus half, minus half. यार वो सब छोड़ो, ठीक है? Those tricks are there. But trick से ज्यादा जरूरी है उस trick का origin क्या था? Where is that trick applicable? Where is it not applicable? Knowing that is important. I know what you're talking about. All right. Yes, Tirthraj, absolutely, absolutely. Sure. All right. So, now what is this idea of bond length? Bond length matlab is an equilibrium distance between nuclei of two bonded atom molecule. You have seen this, right? हमने शुरुआत में ऐसे ये बनाया था, right? We made potential energy versus distance graph, right? So this is minimum energy, right? You say energy and this goes, this way is positive, this way is negative, and this is R, which is distance, and हमने तो hydrogen दिखाए थे, and this was, you know, where there was an equilibrium, so to speak, lowest energy वाला point, right? And this is basically the bond length for a simple way of thinking, right? So ये हम लोग measure कर सकते. This is a physically measurable quantity which you do using these amazing techniques, which hopefully you will get to work on in your college degrees. Okay. So अगर if you have a large atom, that means that the distance between the nuclei of the two atoms is going to be large. Obvious, right? Even if one of the two atoms is really big, it's as simple as that. Which means that the bond strength will be small. Do you follow what I'm saying? If the bond length is high, which means that you can break the bond easily. Okay. If the bond length is small, that means it's hard to break it apart. That's all. As simple as that. Okay. We haven't mentioned that here, but let me write that here as well. Bond strength यहाँ पे कम है और इसमें है bond strength यहाँ पे भी कम है. ठीक है. अगर number of lone pair है ज़्यादा bonded atoms में तब भी bond length बढ़ जाती है. And in both of these cases, the strength of the bond would decrease. Okay. I'm giving that here itself. Now in this case, strength would increase अगर multiplicity मतलब कि what? Double and triple bonds, right? So triple bond is going to be the shortest. This is going to be the shortest, obviously. And then next you have this, and then you have a single bond. Okay. Bond length होती है कम, bond strength बढ़ती है ज़्यादा. Always sigma bond is stronger than the pi bond. But when you have sigma plus pi, that is stronger than sigma. That's all I'm saying. ठीक है? Cool. Percentage S character बड़ा, bond length कम. What does this mean? देखो, SP has 50% S character. SP2 has 33% S character. SP3 has 25% S character. Right? This is the hybridization वाली चीज. Everything coming in together जो हम लोग बहुत डिटेल में पढ़ चुके हैं. This is why I'm doing this part in the end. In NCERT ये पहले में पढ़ाया गया. अभी मैं इसको बाद में इसलिए कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि अभी now you'll be able to appreciate everything else you have learned so far. ठीक है? What is the meaning of percentage S character बढ़ा तो bond length कम हुई? This is what we are saying. Okay. SP यानी कि usually a triple bond or triple bond in carbon. It could be other things in other atoms. Anyway, are we good here? सब समझ में आ रहा है? कोई doubts है? Please tell me if you guys have any doubts on this. Are we all right here, guys? Chat is quite like, yeah, I understand. थोड़ी भारी चीजें हैं, थोड़ी भारी चीजें हो रही हैं. I understand that. But let me know if you guys have any doubts, okay? Cool. Let's talk about bond order in some detail. How do you actually calculate it? This is the formula for it, okay? It's half the total number of bonding electrons minus anti-bonding electrons, okay? What does this mean? कि मेरे पास जितने भी electrons हैं totally in bonding orbitals minus total number of electrons in anti-bonding orbitals, divide the whole thing by 2. Now this is where something very interesting happens. You'll see कि मैंने अलग-अलग color यहाँ पे लिखे हैं, right? पहली चीज तो this is a revision from last session, okay? कि pi less than sigma less than pi star less than sigma, okay? Star. This is the order for nitrogen और उसके कम. Nitrogen के बाद which is greater than 14, this is less than equal to, and greater than 14 is sigma less than pi less than pi star again, same as this thing, less than sigma star. Okay. Now do you see why I've put some stuff in white? Okay, great, good to know that everything's clear. Thanks, Devanshi, Dr. Mahi, Tirthraj, and Lovely. So do you see why I've put some stuff in white? Because ये cancel out हो जाता है, right? If you have greater than 8 electrons, then it doesn't matter because this and this cancels out. I'm going to use a different color here, okay? And say this and this cancels out, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you follow? इसमें होंगे दो, इसमें होंगे दो, इसमें होंगे दो, इसमें होंगे दो, right? And what is the formula for bond order? Remember, bond order is bonding minus anti-bonding, the whole thing divided by 2. तो ये तो हट गए, then you only have to worry about these. This is valid for everything that is greater than 8 electrons. Now you may call it a trick. All right, yeah, this is just थोड़ा पढ़ लो. There's no trick. This just makes your life easier. तो you don't have to sit and count all the electrons all the time. Okay. अगर 8 से ज्यादा है, then you only count the stuff in green and pink. Okay. खैर, let's look at how this is applied for hydrogen H2. Okay. This bond order का क्या idea होगा? Hydrogen का है molecule में totally 2 electrons. So I'll have just 2 in 1s. Okay, sigma 1s में bond order is going to be 2 minus 0 because there is none in anti-bonding molecular orbitals, right? Only 2 in bonding molecular orbitals. So half into this is just 1. Okay, this one's direct. Fluorine, I told you that for a fact it was 1. But how do we get to this idea 1? Okay, this is interesting. So let me cancel out 8. ये 8 electron मैंने cancel out कर दिए. Then the order was what? मैं अभी देख रहा हूँ. I'm just writing down. Sigma less than pi star less than sigma. Why? Because this is greater than 14 electron. Okay, cool, sweet. ये हो गया. अब क्या करें? इसको कैसे fill करें? So 8 हो गए. Now I have 10 more electrons left. So 2 here, then 1, 1, and then 2, and then 2. Why 1, 1? Because they're the same energy. Notice that. I know that you've been given the answer over here and all that. But ध्यान से करने वाली चीज है. पहले एक इलेक्ट्रॉन भरोगे because same energy है. Degenerate orbitals है. Pi वाले and pi x and pi px, pi py because Z is the internuclear axis. बार बार ये चीज मैं बोल रहा हूं, ठीक है? Because this is what NCERT also says. All right, sweet. So I've done that now. 6 and 8, 14. अभी बचे कितने? 4 और बचे. बाकी 4 again 1 and 1 and then plus 1 plus 1. Okay. Now what you have to do is just this minus this, which is sure 10 minus 8 or whatever, but I just need to do 6 minus 4. What I'm essentially doing is half into 6 minus 4, which is easier to count. ये 8 अगर मैं हटा दिए, which gives me the same answer, which is 1. So you see the trick, quote unquote trick. Yes, Narayan. Yes, Narayan. The trick, quote unquote, works the same way. Yeah, you get bond order to be 1, मतलब एक single bond है. Similarly, nitrogen में, remember, nitrogen का order क्या था? Sigma नहीं, पहले pi, right? Pi, sigma. This 8 electron तो हो गया, cancelling out 8. Okay, 8 electron हट गए. Forget that. Pi, sigma, then pi star, and then sigma again. Why? Because it's less than equal to 14 electrons. And it's exactly 14 electrons. तो 8 हो गए और 6 बचे. तो 6 में से 2 and 2, and then lastly 2 more in this. Now you see, now if I do it this way, it's simply half into 6, which is equal to 3. There you go. I've got the same answer. Okay. And इसका bond order इसलिए है equal to 3. Yes, Dr. Mahi. But how is it 3? You see, get in the habit of doing it this way. It's easier. Life is so much easier with that बिल्कुल कोने वाली चीज. All right. He2, well, you'll see कि इसका bond order निकलता है 0, which means it does not exist. ठीक है? What if you do He2 plus? Yes, that could exist. He2 minus? Yes, that could exist. But He2 doesn't exist because cancel out हो जाता है. इसमें देखने की जरूरत ही नहीं. 4 electrons है, 2 in 1s, sigma 1s, 2 in sigma star 1s. Doesn't exist. Okay. Here's the trick you guys wanted. I don't like this trick so much. But anyway, since you guys like it, it is in front of you. You can mug it if you want. I will never mug it because I don't like that. Personal opinion. If you guys want this trick, it is in front of you. You can try it out. Okay? Cool. Chalo. Moving on. He2 doesn't exist. Dies. Yes. Yes, sure. All right. Which of the following pairs has identical value of bond order? चलो दोस्तों उठ जाओ. अब आंसर बताओ इसका. इसमें थोड़ा टाइम लग सकता है करने में या मे भी तुरंत हो सकता है. If you're using that trick, तुरंत में भी हो सकता है. But if you're not, maybe नहीं होगा. Anyway, identical value of bond order तब होगा. दो तरीके से हो सकता है. एक तो आइसोइलेक्ट्रॉनिक हो सकता है. Right? That is one way to do it. Or you have to actually sit and calculate. आइसोइलेक्ट्रॉनिक तो नहीं है भाई. ठीक है? I'll give you a hint. आइसोइलेक्ट्रॉनिक नहीं है. Okay. 14 minus 1, 13 electrons. 16 minus 1, 15. F2 is 18. N2 is 20. O2 is 16. B2 boron is 10. C2 is 12. N2 is 14. तो देखो आइसोइलेक्ट्रॉनिक तो नहीं है. ठीक है? अब बैठ के करो. If you want more of a hint, एक और चीज बता देता हूं. आप लोग ट्राई कर रहे हो. Mahi is saying B already. Okay. Mahi, thank you, Dr. Mahi, saying B. I'll give you one more of a hint, right? What is this one for? ये pi sigma मतलब ये is less than equal to 14 electrons. Okay, and this is greater than 14 electron. और कुछ hint चाहिए? Can you try this out? जितना अभी बताया उतने से ट्राई करोगे? ट्राई करो. Not B, no problem. It's okay. I'll give you a minute to do this one. या इस एक सवाल से हम लोग इस पूरे आइडिया को एक शॉट में खत्म कर देंगे. I'll give you more questions if you want, but this is that one question that will solve everything. Because इसमें इतने 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 कंपाउंड है करने को. करो बैठ के. So this is what gets you quick. If you do questions like this, it will get you quicker doing these kind of questions. Yeah, that's fun. Sounded funnier Funny when I said it out loud anyway. Hot water is the best thing ever. Mahi saying A. Okay, Mahi, A को लॉक करते हैं. चलो A को एक्सप्लोर करते हैं. While you guys try out these options. और कोई है ट्राई आउट कर रहा है? 13 और 15. Okay, let me make them two different colors. Okay, 13 और 15. So 13 हो जाएंगे, 8 तो हो गए कैंसिल आउट, 8 तो हो गए कैंसिल आउट. बट ठीक है, फॉर द सेक ऑफ वट एवर विल डू ऑल ऑफ देम. तो मतलब यहां पे बैठेंगे 5 और यहां पे जाएंगे 7, राइट? 5 here and 7 here. So let's write them down. Okay, so these are my 5 and these are my 7, right? 6 plus 1 and 7. You see, oh, Mahi ji was absolutely right. Devanshi, Teethraj, Radhika, Shubhashri and Narayan. Excellent work. Yeah, difference from 14. Sure, Cinemax. That also works. Difference 14 works. But know how that trick comes about. In an exam, use any way to get the answer. Right? Absolutely, absolutely, it works. Hold on. Power gayi hai. And there's another desktop that I have here. I'll just turn it off. Just 1 second. Huh? This session is going to go on. Don't worry. Nothing going to happen to the session. But that thing going to keep beeping if I keep it out here. Hold on. Yeah. Just be a second. I'll be right back. पहला वाला आंसर निकल गया, तो चीटिंग हो गई यार. इजी था, इजी था, सही है. डू वांट टू एक्सप्लोर ऑल द अदर ऑप्शन एनीवे? सारे ऑप्शन एक बार देख लेते हैं, सारे ऑप्शन दे लेते हैं. नाउ योर 14 वाली ट्रिक, हाउ डू यू अप्लाई टू द नेक्स्ट वन? यहां पे कोइंसिडेंटली इट सो हैपेंड कि ए इज द आंसर. विल योर 14 वाली ट्रिक वर्क फॉर 18 एंड 20? ट्राई करके देखो, करती है तो बहुत अच्छी बात है. एनीवे, इवन द ट्रिक डजंट वर्क, इट डजंट मैटर. स्क्रैच दिस आउट, स्क्रैच दिस आउट. 8 8 हट गए, इसके बचे 10, इसके बचे 12. Right? So let's write that down. 10 where? 2, 2 and 2. 6 हो गए and then here. Okay. So these are the ones that are in anti-bonding. Right? And these are the ones in bonding. Okay. 12 बचे इसके. तो 6 again, sorry 8 again and then 8 के बाद 12 बचे. Right? So you have 6 here and 6 here. Wow, this is fully filled. Well, any two, just by looking at it, you'll be like, this doesn't exist. But how do you confirm that? You will see that the bond order here is 0. Okay. F2 का तो 1 है, which we've just done before also. Any 2 का 0 है, which makes sense. 6 minus 6, right? Remember, I'm cancelling out 8. उसके हिसाब से मैं कर रहा हूँ. ठीक है? You can also add 8 to both of these, like add 4 to both of these and get the same answer. 18, 1, 20, 0. Yes, Mahiji. Awesome. Excellent. Sweet. Let's look at 16 and 10. Will it work here? I think the 14 trick works up to 12 or something, or up to 10. पता नहीं. Anyway, I don't know that trick. खैर, here you go. Cancelling out 8, बचे कितने? बचे 6 and just 2. So 2 go here directly, okay? And 6 are going here. So since it's just 2, इसका bond order तो हो जाएगा 1. And oxygen you know is 2 because oxygen तो आपने बहुत बार करा होगा लाइफ में. Oxygen is 2. So this is not the same. 12 and 14. Now notice that 12 and 14 में, why did this morph thing happen? Because again here I have the same thing, okay? 12 and 14 are both less than equal to 14 electron वाला तामझाम. Hence, I must make sure that I have this setup, okay? ये वाला setup बहुत जरूरी है. You know that pi is, I hope you know that pi is 2px and 2py equal degenerate. वो सब आप कर लेना, ठीक है? But this is just how I remember it. So this is what I am telling you. ये आसान होगा लाइफ में अगर ऐसे करोगे तो. तो 4 इलेक्ट्रॉन हो गए यहाँ पे, 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन हो गए यहाँ पे. 4 are here, 6 are here. Okay? Now here carbon के लिए 4/2 is 2, which is weird. Like C2, does it exist? No, it doesn't. But whatever. Yeah, it could. Theoretically, it could. N2, yeah, sure. This one works. Nitrogen is 3. Awesome. Sweet. All right. So, the reason why I slowed down and did this in so much detail, took 5 whole minutes on one question. How many times you see me do that? Is because this process is important. Keep doing it. Life will be easy. Okay. ठीक है? चलो. Again. Yeah, reiterating the fact because 0 it doesn't exist. Negative also it doesn't exist. Negative K, I don't think we have seen too many options that will do that. Anyway, here you go. Here's another question. Which of these species does not exist under normal conditions? इसका आंसर बताइए. Devanshi is going with 12, 2, 1, 4, 14 to 3. Okay. 12 is 2. Yeah, excellent work, Devanshi. Dr. Mahi, 16 is 2, 10 is 1. Lovely, lovely. Good work, everybody. Yes, Tisraj, NE2 does not exist. I like it. You guys are being very participative. That's beautiful. Can you try this one out? Which of the following species does not exist under normal conditions? Okay. If you want that thing, फिर से मैं डाल देता हूं यहाँ पे. The reason why I keep putting this, by the way, on the screen is because I want you to get used to this. More than the, sure, you have that trick, तो अच्छी बात है, but trick के अलावा ये भी कर लीजिए. You've been spending so much time mugging the whole periodic table. वो जरूरत नहीं है, इसकी जरूरत है. Mugging this is going to be useful. Periodic table, I don't know so much. Yeah. All right. What do you think about this one? It does not exist. मतलब bond order is going to be equal to 0, right? Bond BE क्या होता है? BO. Bond order is going to be equal to 0. BE कहाँ लिख दिया मैंने? Here. Slide number 33. While I change that, I'm going to wait for you guys to give me an answer here. Slide number 33. 33. 33. Give me a second. Okay. This is going to be a funny looking O. This will have to do a little better. Okay. Yeah, that's all. That's the max I can do with the mouse right now. Okay. Back to the chat. Back to the chat. Oops. Something got messed up because I did something funny. Animations, score, delete. Okay, cool. Now back to the chat. Sujit saying B, Narayan saying A, Mahi saying A. Okay, all right. So who's saying what? Let's quickly write that down. Sujit goes with B. Okay, Narayan with A. And also Mahi with A. Okay, sweet. Azhar also saying A, Subhanshi A, Tirthraj A, and Devanshi also A. So a lot of people saying A, one person saying B. देखो B के होने के chances कम है, right? Because look, BE2, anything that has 2 in it, right? We're only talking about diatomic molecules right now. It is going to have an even number of molecules, even number of electrons. And as soon as you put the plus over there, this is going to be odd number of electrons. अगर इसमें है odd electrons, bond order is going to be non-zero. अरे bond order is going to be non-zero. तो B होने के chances कम है, is what I think. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out. I think जो है B होने के chances कम है. We'll see. We'll see. कितने electrons हैं? Let's write it down. सुजीत आपके नाम के ऊपर electron आने वाले हैं. इसके 8, 7, 10 और 6. Okay. 8 electron cancelled out. इसका bond order होगा 0. There you go. 8 electron. Remember the 8 electron trick? 8 electrons, so bond order is going to be 0. Yeah, A is the right answer. 10 के लिए sure. 10 के लिए होगा bond order 1. Okay. And इसका 6 का bond order होगा भी 1. इसका भी होगा 1. Right? Get quick at it. You will, in with time, you will figure it out how to get a little quick at it. Li2 का 1 ही है कि क्या है? Lithium is 3, right? 6 हो गया. Yeah, cool. Awesome. See, ठीक है? This is how A is the right answer. 7 will be 6 plus 1. 7 will be 3 by 2. Okay? BE2 plus will be 3 by 2, I want to say. 7, right? 2. Hey, nee, hold on. 7, okay. Will be 7, 6 plus 1. Okay, so 6 plus 1, which will be, I'm messing something up here. Okay. It's simply going to be, itna kyun soch rahe hain? 4 minus 3 by 2, which is 0.5. Yeah, BE2 plus is going to be 0.5. Yeah. Abhinandan अभी भी B बोल रहे हैं. वैष्णवी भी B बोल रही है. Abhinandan and Vaishnavi, it's 0.5. It's a fractional bond order, but that's okay. It's not negative, it's not 0, so it exists. Okay, which is why BE2 is going to be the answer. Okay, I hope that's okay. Abhinandan, Vaishnavi, everybody else. Cool. Shall we move on? Yeah. With that, we've pretty much covered everything to do with bond order. But हम लोग एक दो सवाल और भी कर सकते हैं इसमें. Let's do 1 or 2 more questions. Okay, because bond order tells you about bond strength, stability, and its inversely proportional bond length, and also bond dissociation enthalpy. मतलब अगर bond order हुआ ज्यादा तो ये होगी ज्यादा bond dissociation enthalpy, this and this, and ये inversely proportional है. Bond order ज्यादा मतलब कि short bond length, bond order कम मतलब long bond length. ऑप्शन बी भी हो सकता है. नारायण जी कैसे बताइए? ऑप्शन बी में थे 7 electrons. Okay, right? So there the bond order is 4 minus 3 by 2, which is 0.5. ऑप्शन बी क्यों हो सकता है? नहीं मुदासिर, you're not blocked, bro. Comment is shown. I am able to see your comment, मुदासिर, right now. When you just wrote this thing. हमने थोड़ा आपको ब्लॉक करे. क्यों ब्लॉक करे मुदासिर? नारायण, ऑप्शन बी कैसे हो सकता है? जल्दी बताओ. ऑप्शन बी कैसे हो सकता है? if it is 7 electrons, I told you क्यों नहीं हो सकता है, right? A bit of logic without any calculation. Odd electrons है तो bond order नॉन जीरो. अगर किसी तरह नेगेटिव बॉन्ड ऑर्डर जाता है तो देखा जा सकता है, बट नेगेटिव के बाद चांसेस कम लग रहे हैं, है ना? 7 electron is simply going to be 2 in this, 2 in this, 2 in this, and 1 in this, right? So what you're left with basically is 4 from sigma 1s and sigma 2s, and 3 from sigma star 1s and sigma star, ये star कहीं और चला गया, sigma कहीं और चला गया, sigma star 2s, right? 2 and 1. So clearly it is 4 minus 3 by 2, which is 0.5. So I didn't understand. Why are we saying that it's going to be B? Please let me know, yeah? Narayan, I hope you understood कि it's possible. 0.5 is possible. It's not 0 or negative. Super duper. What's happening, bro? खैर, अगला सवाल. The decreasing order of stability of O2, O2 minus, O2 plus and O2 2 minus is, hint दे देता हूं आपको, ये है आपका पूरा सा अच्छा सा सिग्मा लेस देन पाई लेस देन पाई स्टार, गड़बड़ी हो जाती गलती में, लेस देन सिग्मा. ओके, दिस इज द ऑर्डर. ये हो जाते हैं कैंसिल, 8 वाले बचे आपके जितने भी. कितने हुए इसके इलेक्ट्रॉन्स? फिगर इट आउट ना. इसके 16, 15, 18 and 17. Can you try this question out? I've given you enough hints. और कितना हिंट दूंगा तो सवाल ही सीधे यहाँ पे हो जाएगा. अरे भाई साहब, फोन चार्ज पे लगा कितने देर से. My bad. It's good that we smart charging things these days, right? That they don't overcharge or burn or something. Yeah. Sweet. Will do. My friends want to get breakfast tomorrow morning at this place called Sanman. It makes really good sambar without onion and garlic. But I told him, bro, I can't get up. I have class like 9:30 or 10 tonight, and it's going to be difficult to get up. And that's what I was chatting with him about. He's like, bata raha bhai agar aa rahe to. Okay, anyway, option C, time. Time? What? Sujit is saying C. Okay, thank you, Sujit, for your answer. What do the rest of you think? Oh, you need more time? You can take time. That's all right, Narayan. I'll give you, what time is it right now? It's 1932. I'll give you till 1933. Okay? Narayan is saying A. Okay, cool. Anybody else want to try? Mahi is saying D. I have only NCRT. Will it satisfy IOC advance? Or I need to do some reference books, block chemistry, lecture, countries. Oh, that's great. People ask you on Telegram how to prepare for block chemistry. Okay, Radhika, good to see you. Radhika, Titraj, all saying option D. All right. Teeth, I'm just going to write like a little short. I hope you don't mind. Devanshi, Sadia, a lot of you saying D. Number which is near to 14 is greater. Sujit, I like that idea. हो सकता है वो सही होगा, सुजीत, बट वो 14 के दोनों तरफ हो सकता है, राइट? बट थोड़ा सोचो. So I hope, I wish for your sake that you got the answer correct. Okay, but let's see. Sorry, C. Narayan has changed their answer to C. Narayan, लग रहा है they're agreeing with you. Sujit, closer to 14. देखो, जब कोई ट्रिक यूज करो, उस पर कॉन्फिडेंस होना चाहिए कि यही ट्रिक है, सही है. And that's what I think Sujit is going with. I like it. Go with your confidence. That's good. Avika and Super Duper are also giving me D as the answer. Okay. All right. So here's a small hint. Okay. O22 minus is 18 electrons, which means it's the same as F2, which means इसका bond order होगा 1, which means it cannot be the most stable. It cannot be the most stable. Okay. O22 minus. That's for sure. And also you know कि O2 का bond order है 2. अब देखो. Now you don't even need that trick. If you do that, अच्छी बात है, ठीक है. 16 में है 2, 18 में है 1. तो क्या करो? तो या तो 17 या 15 is going to be the most stable. You have to identify which one of these two is the most stable. Okay, one of this or this. Just analyzing the options from a little bit of known this thing. उसके बाद तो 15 वाला आइडिया भी लगा सकते हो. 14 वाला आइडिया भी लगा सकते हो. One of these is the most stable. ठीक है. Can we do something more? खैर, I'll just go and solve this for you, right? O2 का मैंने लिख दिया यहाँ पे, right? O2 का bond order हो गया simply 2. This is what I've calculated for you. O2 plus का क्या होगा? अब देखो, with this idea, if I write it like this, right? O2 is here. अगर मैं एक इलेक्ट्रॉन निकालूं, which means if I remove an electron, it goes from anti-bonding molecular orbital. Therefore, O2 plus will be the most stable. Okay. एक बार आप इसको ड्रॉ करोगे, you will see right away that O2 plus is the most stable. Hence, C is the right answer. Excellent work, Sujit and Narayan. Excellent work. Sadia, Stuti, hey Stuti, and Sadia and yeah, फिर से yeah, we are sure that of this. That's great. Thanks, Sujit, for being the torch bearer for this question. सही है. ठीक है, तो O2 plus का हो गया this, O2 minus का हो गया 1.5. Let me look at, yes, absolutely Narayan, and 1. Excellent stuff. ये भाई साहब फिर से कर रहे हैं लैग, मैंने इसको थोड़ा ज्यादा ही प्रेस कर दिया, कभी क्रैश नहीं हुआ, ये फिर से क्रैश हो रहा है. रुको, गिव मी अ सेकंड, आई एम गोइंग टू जस्ट रीरन दिस PPT. I hope it doesn't die again on me. Okay, good. All systems check. भाई साहब हैंग मत होइए, आइए यहाँ पे. Okay. What is it? Is this presentation heavy? I don't know why this doesn't usually happen. Okay. Anyway, cool. There we go. And the answer is option C. Excellent work, everybody. Good work. Good work. ठीक है. Now, on to this idea of magnetic behavior. आपको already idea दे चुका हूँ क्या है. If you have unpaired electrons in either bonding or anti-bonding orbitals, then it will show magnetic character. What is magnetic character? Paramagnetism. Okay. Paramagnetism is when you have unpaired electrons. Okay. One or more are still single occupied, and all are doubly occupied. मतलब diamagnetic. ठीक है. ये भाई साहब फिर भी बैठ रहे हैं. रुको. I don't understand what is happening. Yeah, great job, Sujit. Is this buggy for you? It seems to be working fine. ठीक है. Ditch. All good. Yeah. So what is paramagnetic? Something that is attracted by the magnetic field. Diamagnetic, well, it's repelled by the magnetic field. Please, ये मत सोचना कि अगर magnetic field में डालो तो कुछ नहीं होगा. Right? That's not what diamagnetic is. Diamagnetic is repelled by magnetic field, which means that there is some sort of magnetic activity. It's not like this some plastic piece, or I don't have anything plastic next to me. How do I not have plastic next to me? I think this is plastic, maybe metal. Khair, plastic, if you put it in a magnetic field, nothing will happen. But if you put these guys, something will happen. It gets repelled. Okay, for diamagnetic, paramagnetic is attracted. Okay, all right, sweet. Next question. Which of the following pairs consists of only paramagnetic species? Now, here as well, you can kind of use that 14 wala idea. You can, but thoda sa mushkil hai, because you have, try karo. I'm just putting both these things here, har sawal mein, because it's a learning experience. Less than 14 and, greater than 14 and less than 14. Greater than 14 में pi, नहीं, sigma. शुरुआत ही हमने अजीब से कर दी. Pi star, sigma and pi. बार बार लिखो, लिखते जाओ, 10-15 बार लिखोगे, याद हो जाएगा लाइफ में, कभी फिर भूलोगे नहीं. Hopefully. I have a bad memory, so I forget, but hopefully you guys will not. You've got great memories. NEET में इतना ज़्यादा आपको पढ़ना पड़ता है, right? And you have to be really quick at reading the question. So you're really great. All of you students are brilliant. Okay, Narayan and Dr. Mahi saying B. All right. Anybody else? Sadia, Radhika are all saying option B. Okay. That is sweet. Looks like B must be the right answer. Only paramagnetic species. मतलब not diamagnetic. मतलब कुछ unpaired electrons हो. ठीक है. सब जगह मैंने electrons लिख दिए. इसके हैं 2, 15, 16, 14, 14 each, 1 and 17. So I have a question for you. If option B is correct, won't option C also be correct? Think about it. एक सोचने की बात है. I'm playing the devil's advocate over here. If option B is correct, C भी तो correct होगा. देखो, अगर आप B बोल रहे हो कि दोनों paramagnetic है, which means nitrogen is paramagnetic. अगर nitrogen paramagnetic है, देखो C2 minus paramagnetic होगा because 14 electrons. Yeah, everything we've studied so far is just coming all together in one place. What is that one place? Here, right now, right? You follow what I'm saying? 14 electrons, isoelectronic species, same bond order, same electron placement. Okay, कुछ नहीं बदल रहा है. तो अगर ये है paramagnetic, तो ये भी होगा paramagnetic, which means कि both of them cannot be the answer. This is a quick way of eliminating options. तो आसान वाला देखो, ये तो paramagnetic है. देखो, odd electron मतलब paramagnetic. This is easy. This is like the easiest one. Okay, don't even have to solve it. Odd electron मतलब है paramagnetic. खत्म, right? What are you going to do? Odd electron, guys. odd number of electrons. That's it. These should be the answer. O2 is paramagnetic. Mahi, O2 may be paramagnetic, may not be, पता नहीं, देख लेते हैं. We'll see, right? We'll go through the motions. हम लोग देख लेंगे, right? But do you see the quick way of doing it? The trick to this question is to write down the number of electrons. You see, in every question so far, पहले मैं क्या करता हूँ? पहले I write down the number of electrons. Don't skip this step. I know you have a trick, 14 electron वाली, बहुत अच्छी trick है. But उससे और भी आसान एक lower hanging fruit है, और भी आसान चीज. Just write all the electrons in all of these species, and with that itself you will solve this. Yeah, you see that? Odd electron सिर्फ एक है, मतलब ये paramagnetic खत्म. देखो 15 सेकंड वाला काम है. If you want, we can go ahead and solve the rest of it also, right? ये है diamagnetic for sure, H2, right? 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन है, okay? N2 is also diamagnetic. How do I know? N2 में less than 14, मतलब कि ये हो गए 8, okay? And then बचे कितने? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, all of them get filled for N2. ये हो जाते हैं सब fill, ठीक है? All species have even electron diamagnetic except 10 and 16. आई 10 and 16, आपकी बात समझा नहीं मैं. 10 and 16 कैसे? You mean H1 and 17, not 10 and 16, right? खैर, anyway, इसका आंसर is very very clearly this guy right here, option D. Okay, I think for some reason ये वाला जो आंसर स्लाइड यहाँ पे नहीं दिख रहा है, but कोई नहीं. आंसर is definitely option which is diamagnetic कौन सा गया? कहीं अटक गए हैं हम. Okay, cool. Which of the following is diamagnetic? ये हमने अभी किया. नहीं, ये वाला नहीं किया, ये वाला किया. बैठ गए भाई साहब. हाँ. Which of the following molecules is stabilized by removal of an electron? नहीं. Hold on, give me a second. This computer is being a little weird. I'm gonna just N2. This it's his trick. It's his trick. N2 diamagnetic. हाँ. Yes, super duper. I got your trick. Thank you. Hold on, huh? Give me 1 second. The computer is bugging out for me for some reason. I'm just going to close it. फिर से एक बार और फिर से खोलते हैं. इसको सेव करेंगे इस बार. बंद हो जा सिम. Keep and then save. Give me 1 second, हाँ. खैर, until computer जी होते हैं restart. Computer तो नहीं हो रहा restart, बस PowerPoint हो रहा restart. It was very very laggy. That's why I'm just restarting it. Right? I don't want it to look weird when I'm writing. Because it's like very hangy. I don't have a word for it, so just doing it again. All right. It's going to start up in the next 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay, I don't know which slide you're at. Khul to gaya hai. Hold on. Let me go to the slide. Here we are. I look for yellow, and then I find yellow. I find my slide. Yahi tha sawal. And here we are. Sweet. We just solved this. Out of these, कौन सा है diamagnetic? ये वाला करना है? ये तो अभी किया हम लोगों ने. छोड़ो इसको. Which of the following molecules is stabilized by the removal of an electron? What do you think? What do you think? Are you guys here? Hold on. Chat window. Oh, मैंने chat window बंद कर दी. Brilliant. Hold on. Restore chat. Pop out chat. Okay, here you go. It's his trick. Hey guys, next question. Can you hear me? See me? I feel कि chat मर गया है. See? Okay, नहीं. Chat नहीं मरा है. You guys are there. Awesome. So it bugs out sometimes. I'm going to open it on my phone, but anyway, you guys are here. Awesome. So Mahi is saying option C is the right answer. Okay. What do the rest of you think? इसमें कौन सा आंसर है? Which of the following molecule is stabilized by the removal of an electron? Hint ये है कि increase in bond order, removal from anti-bonding molecular orbital. इसका क्या मतलब हुआ? Stabilized by removing of electron मतलब कि the electron was there in an anti-bonding molecular orbital और उसको मैं हटा रहा हूं. क्यों? क्योंकि bond order is equal to bonding minus anti-bonding divided by 2. So if I reduce this, then हो जाता है सारा stable. In all of these, ये वाला तो हो सकता है, C2 भी हो सकता है. C2 हो सकता है क्या? We'll think about it. खैर, why don't we just write the whole thing down? We'll write it down. Sujit is very sure about B. All right. I know how Sujit is sure about B. Whatever is closest to 14 is the answer. Yeah, यहाँ पे trick काम करती है. यहां पे ट्रिक काम करती है, क्योंकि 14 का है 3 और 15 का हो जाएगा 2.5 एंड 15 इज नहीं, होल्ड ऑन, सोचना पड़ेगा। तो N2 माइनस रिमूवर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन, आर यू श्योर अबाउट बी स्तुति दिस टाइम अराउंड? ये वाली ट्रिक इस बार काम करेगी? सादिया एंड स्तुति आर सेइंग बी ऑल्सो। अच्छा, हो सकता है, 3 लोग बोल रहे हैं तो सही होगा, सही होगा। खैर, हियर आई हैव लेस देन 14 ग्रेटर देन 14 फिर से लिखा है मैंने। ओके, स्टेबलाइज बाय द रिमूवल ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन। चलो बी ही साइड सीधे पहले देख लेते हैं। ये कौन सा है? ग्रेटर देन 14, मतलब कि 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16। अरे हाँ, ये है एंटी बॉन्डिंग में, पकड़ा गया, पकड़ा गया। Nobody else even reaches anti bonding, to be honest, because if I look at carbon 12 is going to be 8 and then 4 1 2 3 4, right? It doesn't reach the anti bonding orbitals. Okay, so here is an interesting way of looking at it. पहले 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन में you have anti bonding and bonding both. 8 के बाद after 8, if you see very carefully, till 14, 8 electrons to 14 electrons, there are no anti bonding molecular orbitals. You see that? From 8 to 14 है ही नहीं. Okay, which is why 12 cannot be the answer, 14 cannot be the answer. And H2 में तो हाँ, it is all only in this, so it doesn't make sense. So this is another way to solve it. I am just giving you more ways to solve same question. ज्यादा तरीके बता रहा हूं। या तो आप ट्रिक यूज करो, by removing electron O2 electron will be near to 14. Yes, हो जाएंगे उसमें 16 से 15, correct. Yes, Sujit, your trick works here. But here's another way to do it, as I told you, right? Look at this, just analyzing the same thing. From 8 electron to 14 electron, there are no anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Okay, so anything that lies here is not going to get stable. So 12 is not going to be the answer, 14 is not going to be the answer. Definitely. 16 could be the answer, 2 is not the answer. उससे भी कर सकते हो। खैर, good work everybody. Good work. एक और सवाल, हम लोग ऑक्सीजन को इनसाइड आउट कर रहे हैं, खत्म कर रहे हैं ऑक्सीजन को। The bond order of which of the following ions is not 2.5? It's okay, डॉक्टर साहब, डॉक्टर तो बन रहे हैं, सही गलत सब चलता है। Be ethical, be moral. गलती सब लोग से होती है, doesn't matter. The bond order of which of the following ions is not 2.5? सब मैंने दे दी यहां पे फिर से, greater than 14, less than equal to 14 वाले। ट्राई करके देखिए। तीर्थराज, be absolutely right. अविका नारायण, yes. सुजीत, ये वाला ट्राई करो। राधिका, yes. Stuti, yes. Devanshi, absolutely. B was the right answer, the last one. What about this one, guys? Stuti is saying A on this one. Straight off the bat. Okay, sweet. And right away, Narayan, Mahi, Radhika are all following suit. सही है। तो Narayan, Mahi, Radhika are all going with option A. Must be यही होगा। Must be होगा। नाइट्रोजन में अगर मैं ऐड करूं इलेक्ट्रॉन या रिमूव करूं, सेम इफेक्ट होगा बॉन्ड ऑर्डर पे। दिस इज व्हाट माय फ्रेंड वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट, द ट्रिक ऑफ 14. ओके, सो इफ आई ऐड और आई रिमूव, द बॉन्ड ऑर्डर विल बी द सेम, व्हिच मींस कि बोथ ऑफ दीज विल हैव द बॉन्ड ऑर्डर ऑफ 2.5. खत्म। ओके, और O2 हैज अ बॉन्ड ऑर्डर ऑफ 2. इफ आई रिमूव इलेक्ट्रॉन, हमने जस्ट देखा था कि बिकम मोर स्टेबल, सो दिस आल्सो इज गोइंग टू बी 2.5. बचा O2 माइनस, दैट इज नॉट 2.5. व्हाट इज O2 माइनस अगर देखना हो तो? या देखो, O2 अगर इफ यू ऐड और रिमूव, इट्स गोइंग टू बी फ्रॉम द एंटी बॉन्डिंग मॉलिक्यूलर ऑर्बिटल, बट O2 माइनस में एडिंग इज गोइंग टू डिक्रीज द बॉन्ड ऑर्डर, राइट? O2 माइनस कहां गया? आई हैव 8, then I have 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 and then 17 इलेक्ट्रॉन यहां पे आ गए. So you have 4 minus 3 by 2. 4 नहीं, sorry, 6. 6 minus 3 by 2, which is 3 by 2, which is 1.5. इसका bond order 1.5, which is why this is the odd person out and O2 minus is the answer. Okay? O2 minus is the answer over here. Cool. Any question? Any question? Yes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. एक सवाल, Which of the following molecules has the shortest bond length आपके हिसाब से? सोच के बताइए, सबसे छोटी बॉन्ड लेंथ किसकी होती है? सोच के बताइए. I haven't taught you this, have I? I think I have. Maybe not directly, but I think you can figure this out. Shortest bond length किसकी होगी? अरे Br2 का कैसे निकाले भाई? 1s2s करते करते तो जिंदगी निकल जाएगी. आयोडीन का कैसे निकाले 1s2s से? शॉर्टेस्ट बॉन्ड लेंथ मतलब शॉर्टेस्ट बॉन्ड ऑर्डर, बट बॉन्ड ऑर्डर सबका एक होगा, right? Bond order is going to be one. They form single bond, guys. Br, F, Cl, Cl, I. They form single bonds. Bond order तो एक ही है सबका. Bond order is not. Hey, Mayuk, what's up? Radhika, Mayuk, Narayan are all saying fluorine. Narayan, Mayuk, Radhika. Sujit, are you saying A on this one? पिछले वाले का बोल रहे थे आप. पिछले वाले का. Mahi is saying B. Also awesome. यार बॉन्ड ऑर्डर है ही नहीं इसमें. बॉन्ड ऑर्डर कॉन्सेप्ट ही नहीं है. बॉन्ड ऑर्डर सबका एक है. पीरियोडिक टेबल रेफरेंस. एग्जैक्टली मयूक. यस देवांशी एंड शुभश्री. इसका आंसर होगा फ्लोरीन. क्योंकि दिस इज द स्मॉलेस्ट मॉलिक्यूल. रिमेंबर आई टोल्ड यू, इफ द एटम्स themselves आर बिग, उनके बीच में डिस्टेंस बड़ा हो जाएगा. इट्स लिटरली दे सेइंग दिस इज फ्लोरीन, मे बी दिस इज ब्रोमीन, this is iodine. Chlorine होगा somewhere in between. It's large molecule, guys. That's it. बड़ा है size में. So the distance between these two is going to be much larger. And this is the bond length. Okay. Anyway, हमको पता करना shortest, right? So this is the shortest. Cool. All right. Yes. Mamta ji, Tirthraj, Subhashri. Yes, absolutely. Sujit, you good? Sujit, are you okay? कैसे है? Option B is the answer. Simple one. Smallest size atom, as simple as that. खैर, similarly आप bond enthalpy का भी आइडिया ले सकते हो. अगर bond order हुआ ज्यादा, then bond enthalpy हुई ज्यादा. Bond order कम, bond enthalpy कम. What is bond enthalpy? You have studied this in thermo. मैं thermo से पहले कर चुका ना. The energy required to break a bond, etc. ठीक है? This I've already told you about. और क्या है आज के सेशन में कवर करने के लिए? बॉन्ड एंथैल्पी तो चिल है, हम लोग बहुत डिटेल में कर ही चुके हैं. रेजोनेंस. गुड इवनिंग अक्षु. यू आर हियर फैशनेबली लेट, वेरी क्लोज टू द एंड ऑफ द सेशन एज ऑलवेज. वैष्णवी, यस अनीता, आई मीन देवांशी. गुड टू सी योर अक्षु. रेजोनेंस का आइडिया क्या है? ओजोन हैज दिस सॉर्ट ऑफ अ स्ट्रक्चर. अभी रेजोनेंस क्या चीज है, क्यों हम लोग उसको थोड़ा एक्सप्लोर करते हैं. हाँ, सो अगर ऐसा मैं लुईस डॉट स्ट्रक्चर बना रहा हूं, सो यू वुड एक्सपेक्ट कि दिस इज अ शॉर्ट लेंथ, दिस इज अ लॉन्गर बॉन्ड लेंथ. इसलिए मैं बॉन्ड लेंथ के बाद बता रहा हूं ये चीज. ओके, बॉन्ड लेंथ इसका होगी कम, इसकी होगी ज्यादा. बट यू नो, बिकॉज दैट्स व्हाट द बॉन्ड लेंथ इज. लाइक 148 इज इसका, 128 इसका. बट इट सो टर्न्स आउट दे आर एग्जैक्टली द इक्वल. द बॉन्ड लेंथ्स आर एग्जैक्टली द इक्वल, व्हिच इज लाइक व्हाट आर यू टॉकिंग अबाउट गाइस? लाइक हमने लुईस स्ट्रक्चर इतना पढ़ा, इतना बनाया, पूरा 7 सेशन के बॉन्डिंग में टू स्टडी व्हाट इज, you know, what is that thing called? उसको क्या बोलते हैं यार? Charges, fractional. It's at the tip of my tongue. What? इसको formal charge. Yeah, you study formal charges, you study Lewis dot structures, and after all of that, reality में लग रहा है कि देखो, nature does whatever it wants. Nature like ये boss, यही है bond length, take it or leave it. So it is somewhere in between, say, you know, a double bond and a single bond. And this is why you needed the idea of resonance. Like there is another, you know, you've seen that meme, right? There is another. So it's like that. So if you can't have a single Lewis structure that predicts a molecule, that's when you know, are most likely going to go towards resonance to describe how things work here. Yeah, accurately. Yeah. And this is mainly have to do with delocalization of pi electrons. What do I mean by pi electrons? See, this is the intermolecular axis. Assume that this is it. Ye hai pi bond. You remember when we made the whole bonding, and this is a bonding molecular orbital, anti-bonding ka, you know how it is, etc. So electrons can basically jump around here, and if there's a conjugated thing, वो बगल में भी जा सकता है. अगर ये तो this is maybe between 2 oxygen atoms and there's a third oxygen atom, तो उसके बीच में भी यहाँ पे जो है interact कर सकते हैं. There are more pi bonds over there. Okay, so the electrons can kind of jump around everywhere. This jumping around is what leads to the benzene के awesome properties, etc. That Nandika is teaching you on GOC, right? So delocalized electrons, they are spread across many adjacent atoms. Okay, local electrons, they are stuck between just 2 atoms. Okay, and resonance is primarily because of these pi electrons between 3 or more atoms. If it's 2 atoms, it's just a bond. If it's 3 atoms, yeah, it's a bit of theory. Then you call it resonance. Okay, cool. And this is because pi bonds are loosely held. Mayuk, yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, that would be awesome, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Three oxygen from a triangle. That's the safest thing. Yeah, sure. Yeah. All right. Sure. Now, here is a couple of, disclaimers. Okay. All these structures that you're drawing, they would have a similar energy, the same position of nuclei. The only thing you'll do is you can play around with electrons moving around. Okay. You don't change the atoms themselves. Okay. If you change the atoms, those are isomers, and that you will again learn about in GOC, etc., etc. You have the same number of bonding and non-bonding electron pairs. It's just the electrons that jump around. So you say theoretically that these are the two resonance structures. Okay. And theoretically, and again, these structures, here's a huge disclaimer. These structures do not mean that they exist in real life. The resonance structures or the hybrids, they don't exist. Okay. These are just ways of explaining कि ऐसा भी हो सकता है, वैसा भी हो सकता है. Hence, it is somewhere in between both of these. That's where you're coming from. Okay. All right. The actual structure of different possible structures, and it doesn't violate the rules of covalence maximum, which means carbon needs to have 4 bonds. Okay. Don't make 5 bonds on carbon. This is important in the whole of organic chemistry. The most stable resonance structure, it contributes the maximum towards a resonance hybrid. Okay. But here's the idea. And you're like, boss, but in ozone, what was most stable? They both were similar. No, एक था ये और दूसरा था ये. So what are you talking about? In such a case, this is a resonance hybrid of this, and this is what actually exists. Okay? And all of these resonance structures are hypothetical. This hybrid is what is important. Okay? The bond lengths of the hybrid are somewhere in the middle of the resonance structures itself. Why hybridized orbital has more energy than canonical structures? Narayan, I don't follow. You mean lower energy, right? Not more energy? Lower energy, right? Hybridized orbital. You mean sp3? Something. You're talking about something else. You're talking about hybridization. We're talking about resonance. Okay. If you want to talk about hybridization, ping me Narayan on IT Chem. I'll try and help you out with that. We've done a session on hybridization. Let me look at the other comment. Resonance structure is more stable than all canonical structural molecules. Thanks. Okay. Narayan, hybridized orbital is more energy than canonical structure. Hybridization, completely alag idea. Ping me on IT Chem and I'll point you in the right direction. I'm most likely going to ask you to read JD Lee. That's where I'm getting most of my content from. Here, the rules are that, again, if you're going to make these resonance hybrids, maybe आपको board में बनाने की जरूरत पड़े. How do you do that? Only pi electrons and lone pairs can be moved. You cannot move anything else, as obvious as that sound. Overall charge must remain the same and the bonding framework must remain intact. What does bonding framework mean? If carbon has to have 4 bonds, etc., etc., and so on and so forth. Okay. So, for example, if I have this molecule over here, this is not the same as this because I've completely destroyed the structure. Okay. Here, the bond between carbon and nitrogen existed. Either I'm forming a bond between carbon and oxygen. So these are isomers. Okay. These are not resonance hybrids. Okay. Connectivity same honi chahiye. You cannot change one atom where it's joining another. Atoms don't move in resonance. It's the electrons that do. So for example, carbonate this is like one of the famous things, right? Sir, hybrid orbital. Okay. Narayan, ping me. Yeah, I understand what you mean, but which hybrid orbital? What do you mean? Like, आपका सवाल बहुत general है. You're saying why hybrid orbital has more energy than, I think you want to say, canonical form. We'll chat on Telegram, okay? Because I'm not able to follow your question in its entirety. Ping me on Telegram or on Discord and I'll help you out. Okay, cool. So, carbonate ions, right? Yeah. Carbonate ions look like this. And I can form 3 different structures and they're all equivalent to each other, which means that, okay, what I have here looks like this. This is the resonance hybrid. Similarly, you have another one of sulfate ion. This is probably not in your syllabus, but yeah, sulfate ion also looks like this. And we're like, hey, I've seen this somewhere. You drew SO3, right? This is SO4 2 minus. So think about SO3, but usme more things come in. But now this has been kind of removed from your syllabus, right? The whole of P block compounds have been removed, so you probably will not be tested on this. So we don't have to talk about this too much. But the general idea is that sulfate mein, there are 2 single bonds between sulfur and oxygen and 2 double bonds. The single bond ones give you these negative charges, which give the whole anion 2 negative charge. Okay. And as you can see, there are like multiple structures, etc., etc. And this is how it works. Awesome. I think with that, I'm pretty much done with what I wanted to chat about with you guys today. I have a couple of homework questions for you. Do we have time? I think we're out of time. एक दो questions थे, but it is cool. All right, we'll do them. एक ही दो सवाल है ना? Let's do them. Carbon halogen bond is strongest in which of the following molecules, guys? Carbon halogen bond. Ishan, stability of what? I don't follow your question, Ishan. Can you try this question out? Carbon halogen bond is strongest in which of the following molecules? You've got CH3Cl, CH3Br, CH3F, CH3I. I think it's a repetition of stuff we have done before. Stability of what? I'm trying to figure out, stability of what? I'm trying to count what all we have done so far. Option C, sure, Mayuk. All right. Yeah, easy one. Narayan, Vaishnavi, Radhika. Chalo, अच्छा है. Everyone got, सब लोग सो के उठ गए. Next question. Excellent work. Radhika, Pushkar, Stuti, Ishan. सही है. अगला सवाल. Which of the following molecules has the highest value of carbon-carbon bond energy? Highest value. Yes, Akshu, Devanshi, Ishan, perfect. अगला सवाल. Last question for the day. Which of the following molecules has the highest value of carbon-carbon bond energy? Carbon-carbon bond energy, highest value. How will you know this? Carbon-carbon bond, highest energy? High? Is there any formula to find? No, there isn't, dude. Super duper, there is not any formula. कोई formula नहीं है. Not that I know of. Stability of resonance structures. Hi? Stability of resonance. So, what do you want me to teach you in stability of resonance structures? Oh, I've already taught you that, by the way. Lewis dot structures, super duper. When I taught you Lewis dot structures, I've told you guys that formal charge iska sabse kam hoga, that's more stable. Yeah, we didn't call it resonance, but we've done that. And I think in GOC that will be taught in more detail about the whole resonance structure using the same formal charge idea. But I've done it in that part when I taught you formal charge. Check it out. Okay, Narayan saying D, Mayuk saying C, Sujit, Pushkar, Tirtha is Pushkar, definitely C, Radhika C, Ishan is also saying C, Vaishnavi, Akshu, all saying C. Yes, Pushkar has hit the nail on the head. सही आंसर तो दिया उन्होंने, पर उन्होंने रीजन भी दिया. क्या? यहाँ पे है ट्रिपल बॉन्ड. Yeah? So 1 sigma, 1 pi और एक और pi. Hence, that is the answer. Excellent work, folks. All right, here are a couple of homework questions for you. Which of the following molecule is stabilized by the removal of an electron? आई ये similar लग रहा है. चलो, कोई नहीं, कर लेना. Stabilized by removal of an electron. ये हम लोग already solve किए क्या? Oh no. Hey, I already solved these with you guys. Oh no. I forgot to remove the homework questions from the homework. Hold on, I'll give you more homework questions. ये don't worry. We'll have more homework questions. कहीं ना कहीं तो होंगे. Oh no. Khair. Anyway, that happened. Yeah, we solved the homework questions गलती से in the class itself. I was wondering how come we overshot time. I never overshoot time. Anyway, triple bond is more energy. C is the right answer. Yeah, ठीक है. चलो, I guess you're free. No homework this time around because I solved homework questions in class. I forgot to hide those slides in the PPT. ठीक है, चलो. All the best with everything, and we are pretty much done with bonding. आज Thursday है. Saturday को हम लोग मिलेंगे. Sunday. आज Friday है, Thursday नहीं है. I keep forgetting. My neck was really bad yesterday. I have this thing, so that's why I didn't take class yesterday. And I'm meeting you guys today on Friday. हम लोग मिलेंगे next Sunday को at 1 o'clock, and we will do PYQs of thermodynamics. Okay, I'm going to write that down because it's not Saturday this time. Sunday, I'm trying out a new time. Sunday 1 p.m. and we're going to do thermo के PYQs. Thermo ना? हाँ thermo ही, हाँ thermo ही. ठीक है? मिलते हैं. And I'll show you. I'll send these notes to you on Telegram as always. ठीक है? एक और सेशन बचा है बॉन्डिंग का, लास्ट वाला, थोड़ा सा और है. और if you want, I think hydrogen bonding and all, it's important, so we'll go over that. And उसके बाद we'll start revision on the 30th of November. I'll give you guys a whole schedule and all of that. Exciting stuff. We'll alternate between 11th and 12th grade के chapters. ठीक है? चलो, see you all. Bye. Good night.